Hi, my name is Dan Helm. It's my first time doing a virtual back to school night, so I hope it goes okay. I wish I could answer questions. With this format, it'll be a little bit difficult tonight. However, my email is dhelm@cliffsidepark.edu. I just wanted to explain a little bit about some of the courses I'm working with, talk a little bit about my background. And as I said, I welcome any input from students' parents. So if you do have questions after the presentation, please feel free to get in contact with me. So as I said, welcome to our back to school night. And this is just a little bit about my background. I did earn a bachelor's degree in biology at Kean University. That was a long time ago. Worked about 6 years of construction, took classes on and off as I could afford it. Got through it. First master's degree was a master's degree in biology at East Stroudsburg University. I did serve there as an adjunct professor for 1 year, later deciding to go back for a second master's degree. While at Seton Hall University, I was inducted into the Golden Key National Honor Society. And, I'm pleased that that transition led me here to Cliffside Park. It's been a great place for me, and the students are always wonderful. So for this year, 2020-21 school year, the dual enrollment Anatomy and Physiology is a course that I greatly enjoy teaching for two reasons. I like teaching students the high-end content, but it's also a great way to get a student to transition into the mindset of being a college student. So because it is dual enrollment, it does count that they are currently enrolled in Bergen Community College, provided they sign up for the credits. And as such, the standards are high. The difference being working with a high school teacher who is teaching them a college course, I'm a little bit more patient and understanding as they work through that transition. And I always remind them that when they do get to college, professors will not be that kind and understanding. They'll help you out. They'll give you a set format. They want to see success. But at that point, the students are very much on their own, and they need to exert the correct amount of effort to find success. The college prep biology and the honors biology are very similar. The honors students have a little bit more rigor in the coursework, but college prep biology does exactly what it's intended to do: take high school students and prepare them to be successful as college students. In the past, I've taught integrated physical science. That was my first year here. It was 5 groups of freshmen. That was one of my favorite years because in working with all freshmen that first year, I was able to follow them through their 4 years of high school, and often I'd see the same student a couple years later in one of the different courses. Biology is, again, where I have my master's degree. Chemistry is a course I taught for 1 year, and it was pleasant, and the school was very fortunate. They have a tremendous team of chemistry teachers, so that plopped me back in biology where I'm much more comfortable. The forensics was a course I had taught as an elective, had a lot of fun with that, and the anatomy and physiology, as I mentioned, is one of the things I'm most proud of. So that's me back in the old days when I was a little whippersnapper. So I did serve prior to entering teaching. I did end up on an icebreaker. So usually when people ask me what it's like to be an icebreaker sailor, I tell them you got to go to parties and start small talk. But in reality, it was just a lot of 16-hour days working up in the Arctic. So I don't miss those days. Let's see. And I'm also very fortunate. I am working with the STEM Academy students. It's something I absolutely love. The enrollment occurs over the summer. So there are a team of administrators who peruse the applications and they find spectacular students to work here. The 2 pictures that are currently visible are related to our bridge project. So we had the opportunity to visit the George Washington Bridge. The engineers who maintain that bridge gave our students an amazing presentation on the construction of it, how it's maintained. And in class, we did a number of units talking about the various types of bridges, how a truss bridge is different from a suspension bridge, etc. And as a closing project, we had a nice competition, which was a lot of fun, with students trying to test each other's bridges, which could hold the most weight. So that's always a very pleasant way to spend my days. And finally, let's get to the 2 courses I'm teaching this year. So with the Anatomy and Physiology, currently we are working on histology. Students have the obligation to develop an ability to look at a microscope slide and from the image identify where the tissue sample originated. Is it a tendon? Is it heart muscle? Is it skeletal muscle? Is it a bone? After they've identified that, they need to be able to name the exact type of cells that they see and discuss the function of the cell and how the morphology of the cell permits that function to be addressed. For biology students, we're currently studying transcription and translation. We had worked on the history of scientists who study DNA. And at this point, we're looking a little bit more at the molecular biology of how a protein is built based on the information recorded in the genes of our DNA. So it's a very interesting field. I enjoy it a lot, and I hope your children are enjoying the school year. I know there's a lot of challenges this year, but there's just a lot of positive going on. The kids are doing a great job. So welcome to back to school night, and I hope all is going well for you, and more so than anything, I hope your kids are having a great year. Thank you.